boys! 2023 has been a wild ride. We've built an 1100 horsepower paperweight. I lost 40 kilos. We've had 2 random registration inspections and we've had 3 registrations cancelled from under us. Hey, it's all about ups and lows. This is our year in review. We're going to be taking a look at exactly what we've achieved. So, roll the intro, let's dive into it. Now, before we dive into really talking about the achievements and things that we've done this year, I owe you guys the biggest possible thank you. We've had 17,000 new legends join the Sam Young 4x4 family this year alone. And even more across Instagram and TikTok. It's been absolutely phenomenal. So I owe you guys the biggest thank you I could ever possibly give you guys. It's the subscribing, it's the commenting, it's the sharing, the liking, it's all that stuff that makes the biggest difference to the algorithm and helps us do what we do for you guys to then enjoy on the internet. Each and every one of you guys is as important as the next. I read all your comments, I see all your DMs, and I really appreciate everything you do. I guess it's hard for me to give back to you guys, you know, in such a simple way. I guess the only thing we can really do is giveaways, and that's what we've been doing a lot of this year and plan to do even more of next year. In 2023, we gave away nearly $20,000 worth of prizes from some of your favorite brands, Lightforce, Darche, HD Automotive, Maxxis, Automotive Superstore. The list is endless. And next year, if you thought that's a lot, we're gonna ramp it up even more. And the best part about what we do here is all our giveaways are always completely free to enter. None of this buy merch, buy a raffle ticket in order to enter. It's always super simple, and it's my way of giving back to you guys every damn time. Now, that leads me on to the next group of people I really have to thank, and you can probably guess as to where I'm going with this. I'll be the first to admit that, hey, I would not be able to build this car or run this channel without the help of my sponsors, whether it be cash, whether it be parts, or whether it just be moral goddamn support, because I need that a lot too. All stuck up: Automotive Superstore, HD Automotive, Maxxis, Darche, Chemical Guys, Lightforce, Dynamic Wheels, Bilstein, Heisman's, Blue Flame Automotive, Amped Automotive, Harrop for their lockers. Every single bit you guys have done for me in 2023 has not gone without notice. You have transformed my life this year. You've made my life so much easier than it could have been, and hopefully you guys are as proud as I am of the end result of this absolute ridiculous monster we've created, and all the aspirations that you've now left us with for the next year and years to come. I can't wait to level up everything, keep ramping this growth up. Next year is going to be an absolute hoot, and I'm excited to bring all you guys, both the subscribers and the brands, along for that journey. Now, you're probably wondering how this thing's taken shape over the past 12 months, so let's go to the front of the car and let's talk about that. Now, if you're new to the channel, I hope you're not, but if this is somehow the first episode you're seeing of my little clusterfuck of a world, welcome. This is my Land Cruiser.
You don't say!
And it has not always looked like this. It actually started 2023 as a completely unmolested, all original, one owner Land Cruiser, and we then absolutely got carried away in typical Sam Young 4x4 fashion. I'm going to quickly run you through exactly what Q1, 2, 3 and 4 looked like for the build of this car, and just how we made so many drastic changes in such a short amount of time, because it truly does blow me away that the bulk of this work was done in around 9 short months. Q1, the car was acquired and was completely stock standard. We started designing the wrap. We did a little bit of beach driving and that kind of thing with the stock standard vehicle, just to seeing exactly what it could do. We installed some trackers, and then we went up to Brisbane and actually filmed and started assembling the engine that's in the front of this thing. Now, moving the goalpost is something that I've done pretty much my whole life. I can never just be happy with getting to, you know, point A and then it's like, all right, sweet, we're happy there. It's always going up B, up C, up D. How can we keep leveling up? And that's exactly what happened here. The original plan was a 600 horsepower engine. We've ended up with an 1100 horsepower engine. So we've doubled the output of power that we were aiming for, but hey, I wouldn't change a single thing. Q2 was a big one. That's where we wrapped the car with all stuck up. We got this custom bonnet done by Wildside Garage. We fitted the Cruiser Company lift up windows, and the suspension started. We went out to Kinsella's Customs. We cut every single thing off the frame of this car and started from scratch. We also obviously got the wheels and tires and that sort of thing set up too. Q3 was another huge one. The suspension got finished. 3-link in the front, GU diff, 4-link in the rear, triangulated setup, all with aluminium links. We pushed the diff forward. Kinsella's Customs did all the bar work around the car that you see. We absolutely got carried away. We converted the entire car to coilover suspension, hydraulic bump stops, and all that ridiculous goodness. And then we fitted the 1,000 horsepower engine at HD Automotive with Max and Hayden. We did all the plumbing, all the fabrication, the insane Raceworks fuel system, the Haltech and everything, and we tuned it. This car made over 1,200 Newton meters at the rear hubs and over 1,050 horsepower at the rear hubs too on ethanol. Absolutely ridiculous. The Q4 was all about the interior, the last little bits and pieces of DIY modifications. You know, we got the custom wheel, the custom trimmed interior from SRK. We did a couple of little DIY bits and pieces, maintenance items, as well as the short shifter. We also got to travel a little bit. We went down to Melbourne and filmed with Ford Australia on the F-150 launch, which was really, really exciting. Throughout the past 12 months, we filmed over 6 Sus with Sam episodes, one of which was on a freaking monster truck, which is absolute insanity. And if you guys think you've got a car worth filming, drop it in the comments below, because 2024 is going to be another year of really featuring the audience on the channel. I want to give back to you guys. I want to give you guys your limelight. And I want to film some really insane, unique rigs, not just Toyotas and Land Cruisers and Patrols and you know, Hiluxes and the usual sort of things. I really want to mix it up and get some cool, unique builds on the channel, sort of like what we did with the Mercedes Swap GU earlier in the year, and also Dave's monster truck. Oh Jesus! This is actually ludicrous. Now, the elephant in the room, 2 of them in fact. The first is, you're probably thinking there, if not in the comments already, hey Sam, didn't you and another YouTube personality have a little bit of beef earlier in the year? I guess, yeah, we did. But we've spoken months and months ago now and sorted all that out. It was basically down to miscommunication, which a simple phone call would have fixed right from the get-go. And we're now complete mates again. Love what he does, love what they're doing with their channel, and hopefully they feel the same about me with this build and that channel. So it was basically a mountain out of a molehill situation, and we're now all Gucci. The other elephant in the room is the fact that you have never seen a number plate on this car. You don't know if it's registered or not, and to be fair, neither do I right now. We got the thing completely engineered for just about every single tiny little modification. It's mod plated. I've got the engineer certificate in the car. I don't know what the big drama is, but the various transport agencies throughout Australia have got better ideas than that. So they keep hitting us up with random compliance inspections. They keep trying to cancel the rego, making us duck and weave through 100 different hoops and over barriers. So the basic plan is, I don't know yet, whether we keep this thing registered and deal with the bureaucratic hullapalooza, or whether we strip it of rego, put a roll cage in it and go racing. I am on the fence. I need your guys' help. Comment below what you want to see. Should we try and keep this thing registered, or do we go full roll cage, full race truck with it and just send it? But yeah, if you work for a transport agency, I'm gonna leave me alone. But anyway, no, I'm fine. There's no bad blood. You know, you're just doing your job. But no, that's fine. And the final elephant in the room, or less elephant and more, I guess, a pygmy hippo now, is the fact that I've lost over 40 kilos. So let's quickly talk about that at the back of the car. 1001, 1002, sorry, see you there. Anyway, let's talk about my fitness journey really quickly, because this year has been just as much about personal growth and development as it has been about growing the channel and growing the audience of you guys. I knew at the start of this year that I was diabolically sick and unhealthy, and I knew I had to do something about it. So with your guys' support, actually, I tossed and turned a lot of nights whether I shared my fitness journey with you guys online, because obviously the four-wheel drive industry can be a little bit scary at times in that online space. But I thought, heck, you know what? I'm going to share it with you guys. We started losing weight, and we managed to lose over 40 kilos in the past sort of 8 to 9 months. And a lot of that has been thanks to you guys keeping me accountable, making sure that I was checking in, jumping on the scales, posting the results, and just the general overall positive feedback has been one of the most beautiful things I ever thought was going to happen. I wasn't sure how it was going to be received, but you guys have absolutely loved it and really motivated me to keep going. So we started this year at nearly 150 kilos of weight. So I was a big boy. I'm 6'2", so obviously the weight was pretty spread out, but that's a lot to be carrying. I'm now sitting down closer to 100 kilos, and I have never felt better, to be fair. More energy, everything is better. I'm eating healthier, I'm just more excitable. I think my skin's better. You know, I could talk about all this sort of stuff like a wanker for hours and hours, but I do owe you guys a massive thank you. How I did it, because I get this question a lot and I'm only going to touch on it briefly, is a ridiculous calorie deficit. Track every single thing you put in your mouth. I was training in the morning, I was training at night, and make sure you tell everyone around you, your family and your friends and your colleagues, that you are doing it so that they help remove temptation from you. You don't want to go to the pub, not have your mates know that you're on a diet and they try and give you beers and palmies and that sort of thing. Tell them so that when you go there, you can be on the voddy sodas, you can have a salad instead, or you know, like tacos. Make the good choices, and all those little things combined really helps make the massive difference for me. And now we're reaping the benefits. I've got a long way to go, but with your guys' help and support, hopefully in the next 12 months we can really start to hone in on this diet thing and bloody kick it in the guts. Now, something else I'm super proud of is all the 4x4 show and Full Drive Adventure show coverage that we've done this year. We did the Sydney shows, we did the Brisbane show, we did the Melbourne show, and we also did Hot Import Nights at the end of the year. Now, Brizzy was an absolute hoot. The Sydney show was an absolute blast. Then we had the Melbourne show where we got to unveil this 80 series in front of a massive crowd, and that was just the most humbling and exciting experience.
The armrests.
Like the engine or the paint job, I reckon the paint job's pretty nice on it.
Wheels, the wheels are massive.
The positive feedback and outreach from you guys was absolutely phenomenal. And then we had the Sydney Full Drive Adventure show at Eastern Creek. And again, I got to have this thing on display alongside Sammy Isles, and you guys absolutely frothed seeing 1700 horsepower worth of 1FZ turbos sitting next to each other. So that was a really cool experience. And it's not often someone like me, a little smaller scale creator, gets to run the official content for a national level show, but we got to do it a couple of times in 2023, and that's absolutely sick. And then the icing on the cake for the shows was heading to Hot Import Nights, which is probably Australia's biggest modified car show. I guess it's like a tiny little small scale SEMA, if you will. And we got to have the 80 series on display there with Automotive Superstore, and we won a prize for best full drive ute and truck. So that was just, you know, that's the icing on the cake. It really does make all the financial stress and long days, long nights, and all the ridiculous turnarounds on edits, it makes it all worthwhile when you get to walk home with a little piece of plastic like that, to be honest. So that was really, really exciting. 2023 sucked. Oh, did it. I'm still working that out, but hopefully you guys have absolutely loved the tumultuous ups and downs of the past 12 months, because I know I sure as hell have. Now, 2024 is going to be an absolutely action-packed year. I'm super excited to bring you all the excitement. This thing is going to be finally going off-road. We're going to finish that build. We've got the 79 series to build up. We've got Max's FTE-powered 105 that he's building that we want to feature on the channel. We've got the Camera Crew solid axle swapped N80 Hilux, which we're going to be building up as well. We're going to be traveling to places that I've never been, never even heard of, haven't even planned yet, but I trust myself and I trust you guys that it's all going to be okay. I'm really stressed about it, but it's fine. By the time you're watching this, it's got to be near Christmas time, if not the New Year's. So from me and my family to you guys out there, I wish you the merriest of Christmases, the happiest of New Year's. Be safe. If you're going away and you're traveling, be careful of double demerits. Make sure you keep it rubber side down, and all those good things. And guys, I really appreciate the support. The past 12 months has really been life-changing. It's been fun, it's been exciting, it's been fast-paced, and I'm so glad I get to bring you guys along for the journey. Bring on 2024. As always, much love. We'll see you next week.